McGrath +3.
Face shot.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Mike, now! You're...
Negative, negative, negative.
Armando's burnt. Got him. It's okay.
Nasty Mike! Bad shit happened. That shit right there. That shit right behind. Not bad, meaning bad, but...
We lost the trucks and 3 guys outside.
God.
Marshal Howard, Pete said...
Dorn, we need cover and we need eyes in...
I got you 6.
Oh, shit! It's like...
Going after Lockwood.
Babe, I'm coming.
I'm not... Back in!
Lowrey.
Holy shit! Christine! Got this! No, no, no! Here I come! Oh, shit. Dookie, baby. Mike. Duke. I rebuke you. That's how you command the universe. Oh, shit! Go, go. Run! Run!
Eyes on Luke.
Okay, hey.
I fucking hate politicians.
Put me down. How did you let him catch you?
His impression of you.
Mike.
You choose. Because one of them told me I was going to have to make a hard choice.
We're gonna need some more time, sir. Damn. No, Mike. Mike. Damn.
What you...
man.
Look, I shot you in your vest. Stop bitching.
Moving in.
Shit. That's juice.
Mom, listen to me. You don't understand. Mom, I'm fine, okay? Mom, don't shoot, don't shoot. Mom, he saved my life.
I'm good. You did good. You did.
Howard, do you...
Don't look back.
Hey.
You know, that's
Fletcher.
this is my studio gallery. As one.
Captain Howard.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to me.
What was it say?
I've said all I can say. Saved my life. I'm not messing this up.
Supposed to tell us.
Dumbasses figure it out, so he contacted me. Something.
Oh, you fucking hero. Would you?
So? Too much, man.
Like jelly bean. Nobody. Hey, stop that stupid. I'm not fucking with you. No. I don't. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm fucking.
Thanks for that.
Read the lines.
Lowrey and Burnett. Then all ground units. Please.
Copy.
It's too heavy. Don't let go. Where the hell you learn how to fly?
How the hell did they get on a federal train? I'm not asking.
Hey,
He's doing this. The only way they
they do us.
Okay,
There you go.
Dorn has him.
Hey guys, today we're diving headfirst into the explosive world of bad boys. Ride or die. Forget your quiet evenings, because we're about to witness Mike Lowrey finally tie the knot, only for his partner in crime, Marcus Burnett, to almost tie his own knot around a heart attack. It's a classic Bad Boys opening, high stakes, high emotions, and Marcus proving that even on a dance floor, he's a walking catastrophe waiting to happen. Before you head off, if you're enjoying the kind of content I make, please consider liking and subscribing. No pressure, but it truly helps me keep the action coming. Now, back to our regularly scheduled chaos. So Marcus miraculously survives his dance-off with death, only to be hit with an even bigger bombshell. Their former captain, the legendary Howard, is suddenly being dragged through the mud by the media, framed as a drug cartel co-conspirator. Yeah, because nothing says rest in peace like a posthumous smear campaign. Mike, naturally, is having none of it. The metallic click of his pen as he slams it down on his desk tells you everything you need to know about his mood. Marcus, ever the voice of. Well, something tries to process it, but the sheer absurdity of the accusation just doesn't compute for either of them. They knew Howard, they bled with Howard. This just couldn't be right. The buzz of the news anchor's voices fades into the background as their determination hardens. You can almost feel the heat radiating off Mike as he stares at Howard's picture, a man who gave everything for the city, now being painted as the villain. This isn't just a mission, it's personal. And when it's personal for these two, things tend to get explosively complicated. Our dynamic duo, fueled by outrage and a truckload of sugary snacks Marcus probably shouldn't be eating, dives into the investigation. Their office, usually a monument to controlled chaos, becomes a war room of paper and frustrated sighs. The rustle of files being tossed around and the thump of Marcus's fist on the desk punctuated their disbelief. They're scrutinizing every detail, every accusation, looking for the tiny thread that unravels this whole rotten tapestry. Marcus keeps having these almost visions, little philosophical nuggets that sound profound, but mostly just make Mike roll his eyes. We're going to clear Howard's name, Marcus. Mike states, his voice a low growl, like a V8 engine idling. Because that's what we do. It's more than just police work. It's a quest for redemption, for their fallen captain, the clack of keyboard keys and the flick of a lighter as Mike struggles with the potential lead shows the methodical, yet desperate, nature of their search. This isn't just about justice, it's about loyalty, and if there's one thing these bad boys have in spades, it's loyalty, sometimes to a fault. Their first real lead takes them to a gloriously cliché abandoned warehouse, because where else would drug dealers hang out? The moment they breach the creaking doors, a symphony of gunfire erupts. Bullets whiz past, impacting concrete with sharp pings. Mike, ever the precise marksman, moves with a fluidity that defies his years, his shots finding their mark with brutal efficiency. Marcus, on the other hand, seems to have developed a new, highly effective pray and spray technique. Or maybe he's just so used to near-death experiences that he's practically bulletproof now. Marcus, cover me, Mike shouts, his voice cutting through the din of the battle. I thought I was covering you, Marcus retorts, barely dodging a wooden crate that explodes into splinters. The air is thick with the scent of gunpowder and the metallic tang of freshly spent casings. It's a beautifully choreographed ballet of destruction with explosions throwing sparks and debris, reminding us why we love these guys. They might bicker, they might have their midlife crises, but when the crack of a pistol is in the air, they're an unstoppable, hilarious force of nature. With their usual methods hitting a brick wall, Mike makes a tough call. He visits his son Armando in a maximum security prison. The echo of their voices in the sterile visiting room, separated by that thick, unforgiving glass, is almost tangible. It's a moment heavy with regret, resentment, and a flicker of hope. Mike needs Armando's inside knowledge about the cartel to clear Howard's name, and Armando, surprisingly, seems willing to help, but on his own terms, of course. You think I don't know this life? Armando's voice, though filtered, holds a cold edge. Mike, for once, isn't all tough guy. There's a visible vulnerability as he looks at his son, the consequence of his own past choices. Marcus, naturally, is outside, probably trying to figure out if the vending machine takes credit cards, the horror of the prison security systems. And the clang of distant cell doors only heighten the tension of this unlikely family reunion. It's a delicate dance of trust and suspicion, where the stakes aren't just a case, but the potential redemption of a broken family turns out. Armando's help includes a full-blown prison break, which, let's be honest, is peak bad boys. The facility transforms into a maelstrom of flying fists, shattering glass, and the frantic blare of alarms. Armando, moving with a brutal efficiency inherited from his father, takes down guards with calculated strikes and acrobatic maneuvers. The thud of bodies hitting the ground and the clink of dropped weapons are a constant backdrop. In a truly cinematic moment, he makes a death-defying leap from a considerable height, landing with a surprising grace onto a waiting vehicle. Seriously, the guy's got moves. It's a chaotic ballet of bullets and bravado, all to get an asset who might just betray them. This is exactly what I meant by complicated. Marcus probably mutters somewhere, while Mike is likely already devising a plan B, C, and D for when things inevitably go sideways. The roaring engine of the escape vehicle drowns out the sirens, kicking off the next phase of their Clear Howard's Name tour. Because when you're dealing with the bad boys, a simple prison transfer just won't do. It has to be a full-blown spectacle. Now, with Armando somewhat reluctantly in tow, and by in tow, I mean mostly glaring at everyone, the boys link up with Rita, Captain Howard's daughter, and then no-nonsense head of AMMO. The tension in the room is thicker than a Miami humidity wave. Rita is understandably frosty towards Armando, given his complicated history with Mike, but the shared goal of clearing her father's name overrides personal grudges, at least for now. Her voice, sharp and precise, cuts through the room as she outlines their next move. The scribble of a marker on a tactical board and the flicker of data on screens highlights their professional approach, which, let's be real, is probably a good counterbalance to Mike and Marcus's fly-by-the-seat-of-our-pants style. This isn't about personal feelings, Rita declares, her eyes locking onto Mike and then Armando. It's about justice. It's a fragile alliance, held together by determination and the memory of a good man. You can almost feel the unspoken promise in the air, a united front, even if it's a deeply dysfunctional one, against a common enemy. Let the dysfunctional family road trip begin. Their first major lead takes them to a bustling port, where a massive cartel money drop is happening. Because nothing says covert operation like a dozen heavily armed men exchanging duffel bags full of cash in broad daylight. The squawk of seagulls and the clatter of shipping containers quickly give way to the rat-a-tat-tat of automatic gunfire. Cars are screeching and crashing, metal tearing with each impact. Mike and Armando are a blur of focused aggression, taking down henchmen with brutal efficiency. Marcus, of course, is there too, usually narrowly avoiding an exploding barrel or finding a ridiculously improbable way to disarm someone. The whoosh of a grappling hook, the thud of bodies, the clang of ammunition hitting the ground, it's a symphony of Miami mayhem. Did you see that? Marcus yells, exhilarated, after a particularly daring stunt. I'm practically a superhero, Mike just grunts, probably thinking about how much paperwork this is going to be. The thundering roar of a boat engine trying to escape underlines the sheer scale of the operation they're up against. It's clear these guys are playing for keeps, and the bad boys just brought their A game. Just when you think things can't get more complicated, enter U.S. Marshal Brutus, looking all official and vaguely helpful. But plot twist, he's actually the big bad, the corrupt lawman pulling the strings, tying Captain Howard's name to the cartel. The low hum of a nearby air conditioner does little to cut the tension as his true intentions are laid bare. Brutus's voice, calm yet chilling, drops the bombshell, and the air goes colder than a Miami winter, if such a thing existed. Mike and Marcus are blindsided. The betrayal stings even more coming from someone who should be on their side. The clench of Mike's jaw and the shocked gasp from Marcus are palpable. It's a classic move, the wolf in sheep's clothing, hiding in plain sight. This revelation turns their mission from a simple clear his name to a take down a crooked system operation, significantly upping the ante. Now, it's not just about reputation, it's about exposing a deep-seated conspiracy, and suddenly, everyone is a target. Brutus makes a run for it, naturally, leading our heroes on a spectacular chase through the alligator-infested waters of the Florida Everglades. We're talking full-throttle speedboats, airboats roaring, and a helicopter thrumming menacingly overhead. The water splashes and foams as they careen through narrow channels, barely avoiding submerged obstacles, the crack of sniper fire from the helicopter is relentless, sending spray upwards. Mike somehow manages to pilot a boat like he was born on the water, weaving through mangroves with impossible precision. Marcus, probably screaming the entire time, is still managing to return fire, though half his shots are likely just scaring the local wildlife. Watch out for the gators, Mike. Marcus screams as a giant reptilian head briefly surfaces. I think they're on their side. The metallic clatter of bullets ricocheting off the boat's hull and the distant boom of an exploding decoy make it clear this is no leisurely swamp tour. It's a high-octane battle on water, with danger lurking from above and below. Because a Bad Boys movie just isn't complete without some scenic, high-speed destruction in a very inconvenient location. In the midst of the swamp chaos, Marcus, in a moment of pure, unadulterated Marcus-ness, finds himself caught in the epicenter of a massive explosion. You know, just another Tuesday for him. The deafening boom and whoosh of the fireball consume the screen, and for a split second, even Mike looks genuinely worried. Then, from the lingering smoke and embers, Marcus emerges, looking like he's been through a chimney fire, covered in soot and probably smelling faintly of burnt hair, but otherwise completely unharmed. Did you see that, Mike? He yells, his voice a little hoarse. "I'm invincible. The universe wants me here." Mike just gives him that signature "I'm too old for this" look. The thump of Marcus's muddy boots against the boat floor is oddly reassuring. It's a running gag that's less about actual invincibility and more about Marcus having the luck of a lottery winner who also gets struck by lightning twice in the same day. This near death, yet again, only reinforces his wild theories about cosmic destiny, much to Mike's eternal annoyance. Because apparently, even when you're literally running for your life, there's always time for a good old-fashioned bro moment. Shaken, but mostly stirred, the team retreats to a safe house. The quiet horror of a portable generator and the flicker of screens illuminate their faces as they huddle around a digital map, piecing together the fragmented clues. The clink of empty coffee cups and the occasional frustrated sigh fill the room. Armando, surprisingly insightful, helps them connect the dots, exposing the intricate web of corruption that Brutus has woven. It's a chilling realization. This isn't just about a few bad apples, it's an entire rotten orchard. Rita's gaze hardens, the injustice of her father's framing fueling her resolve. Mike's usually unflappable demeanor shows cracks of intense focus, his eyes scanning the glowing map for weaknesses. Marcus, though still philosophizing about divine intervention, offers surprisingly practical observations amidst his existential ponderings. The scratch of a pen on a notepad as a new name added to the suspect list underlines the growing scale of their adversary. They realize they're not just fighting a cartel. They're fighting a shadow government, and the true mastermind is still out there, lurking in the dark. Their intelligence points to an abandoned theme park, Gatherland, as the cartel's new stronghold. Because, of course, the most secure place for a criminal empire is a defunct tourist trap full of giant reptiles. As our team approaches in the dead of night, the drip 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 of rain and the eerie creak of rusty amusement rides amplify the tension. Lightning occasionally flashes, briefly illuminating the decaying structures, making them look even more sinister. Mike and Marcus, alongside Rita's ammo squad and a surprisingly compliant Armando, move with tactical precision. The soft crunch of their boots on wet gravel and the click of safeties being disengaged are the only sounds. So we're basically infiltrating a horror movie set, right? Marcus whispers, probably trying to lighten the mood, but mostly just making everyone else more nervous. Mike just shoots him a look that says not now. The distant growl of an unseen alligator adds to the atmosphere. This is it, the final showdown, and it's happening in a place where the biggest attractions are now literal man-eaters. What could possibly go wrong? Inside Gatherland, the echo of gunfire quickly turns the dilapidated rides into a deadly maze. Mike and Armando, in a surprisingly effective father-son tag team, move with a fluidity that's both chilling and impressive. They anticipate each other's moves, covering flanks, their combat styles mirroring each other with brutal precision. The thud of a henchman hitting the ground after Armando's swift kick, followed by the crack of Mike's pistol shot, is a testament to their shared, albeit complicated, lineage. It's a moment where their personal baggage is momentarily set aside. For pure, raw combat synergy, Marcus, observing from a slightly safer red, more chaotic distance, probably mutters something about like father, like son. Only one's less likely to accidentally ignite himself. The metallic clang of a discarded weapon and the shatter of a glass pane as a bullet pierces it add to the chaos. It's a beautiful, if violent, demonstration of how deep instinct runs, even between estranged family. For Mike, it's not just a fight. It's a silent conversation, a brutal understanding between him and his son, While Mike and Armando are busy being John Wick's estranged relatives, Marcus is deploying his signature unconventional tactics. Cornered and possibly out of ammo again, he spots a discarded theme park prop, maybe a giant plastic alligator head, or a ridiculously oversized foam hammer. With a desperate yell, he charges, weaponizing the most absurd item imaginable. The thwack of the prop connecting with a goon's head, followed by a surprise doof, is priceless. "Who needs bullets when you have this?" he shouts, holding up his improvised weapon with pride, covered in more dust and questionable theme park grime. Mike probably just sighs, shaking his head. The crunch of shattered plastic and the grunt of the defeated henchman just add to the absurdity. It's moments like these that remind us Marcus isn't just Mike's partner. He's also the universe's most accident-prone, yet inexplicably effective, comedic relief. Seriously, the man has a talent for turning absolute chaos into a slapstick masterpiece. While the boys are busy with their unique brand of chaos, Rita and her ammo team are executing a precision strike that's straight out of a tactical manual. No improvised foam weapons here. Their movements are sharp, coordinated, and deadly effective. The sharp crackle of walkie-talkies and the thud of their boots in sync demonstrate their professionalism. They breach a fortified door with a controlled explosion, then sweep through a room, their laser sights painting targets with cold efficiency. Rita, a true leader, barks orders with unwavering authority, her voice cutting through the din of battle. The whoosh of smoke grenades and the staccato bursts of their suppressed firearms make it clear they are a force to be reckoned with. She's not just Howard's daughter. She's a formidable agent in her own right, proving that while Mike and Marcus bring the personality, Ammo brings the meticulous, calculated firepower. It's a beautiful contrast that keeps the action fresh, the raw, visceral combat of the boys, against the disciplined, systematic approach of Rita's squad. After what feels like an eternity of navigating booby traps and bewildered theme park mascots, the team finally comes face to face with the man behind the curtain, James McGraw, the cartel boss. He's exactly what you'd expect: smooth, impeccably dressed, and radiating a quiet menace that makes Brutus look like a schoolyard bully. His voice, a low purr, drips with arrogance as he explains his grand, nefarious plan, confirming he's the architect of Howard's downfall. The clink of his perfectly manicured hand on a glass of something expensive and the faint hiss of a distant gas leak only add to the creepy atmosphere. Mike's eyes narrow, his rage barely contained, while Marcus, for once, is speechless, probably trying to process how someone could be so evil and still have such good hair. This confrontation solidifies their mission. It's not just about clearing a name. It's about taking down a true villain, a puppeteer who manipulates everything from the shadows. The air crackles with unspoken threats and the promise of a truly brutal, decisive finale. You can feel the tension building, like a drum before a monstrous beat drops. As the main boss McGraw is finally revealed, Brutus, feeling the walls close in, makes his desperate last stand. His loyalty to McGraw is unwavering, proving he's willing to go down with the ship. He lunges at Mike, and what follows is a brutal, visceral hand-to-hand combat sequence. The thud of fists on flesh and the grunt of exertion fill the decaying theme park attraction they're fighting in. Brutus, powered by pure desperation and maybe a lifetime of bad choices, delivers surprisingly powerful blows. Mike, though, has the experience and the righteous fury of a man defending his fallen captain's honor. The metallic screech of a pipe being ripped from the wall, used as a makeshift weapon, and the crash of bodies through flimsy carnival props illustrate the sheer intensity. There's no finesse here, just raw, unbridled violence. Marcus is likely somewhere nearby providing hilarious commentary, but for Mike, this is deeply personal. It's the final accounting for a betrayal that stained a good man's name, and Mike is delivering the invoice, one bone-crunching punch at a time. Just when you thought a gunfight in a dilapidated theme park couldn't get any wilder, they throw in actual, hungry alligators. Because why not? the final confrontation spills into the park's main alligator enclosure, turning the murky water into a terrifying battleground. The snapping jaws and hissing growls of the reptiles add a whole new layer of oh crap to the gunfight. Characters are not only dodging bullets, but also trying to avoid becoming reptile chow. The sploosh of someone falling into the water and the immediate, frantic thrashing that follows sends shivers down your spine. I told you the gators were on their side, Marcus yells, barely leaping over a lunging beast, his voice a mix of terror and triumphant I told you so. Mike, ever the professional, somehow manages to shoot a cartel member and keep an eye on a massive alligator at the same time. The thwack of a tail against a metal barrier and the splash of water as a body is dragged make this one of the most uniquely insane action sequences. It's a true testament to the chaos these movies embrace, turning a childhood fear into a deadly, hilarious spectacle, and then, in a moment that could only happen to Marcus, he gets caught in another explosion, or perhaps just a really powerful gust of wind and is launched into the air in glorious slow motion. You expect the worst, but no, this is Marcus. He tumbles and twists, defying gravity and common sense, before landing with a surprisingly soft thud in a pile of bouncy castle remnants, or maybe a giant foam mascot head. He emerges looking completely bewildered, a little dusty, but, again, perfectly unharmed. See, he exclaims, probably to no one in particular, God's not done with me yet. Mike just stares, contemplating the sheer unlikelihood of Marcus's survival rate versus his own extensive therapy bills. The gurgle of an alligator nearby and the distant pop of a final gunshot are completely ignored by Marcus, who is too busy celebrating his latest brush with the afterlife. It's a beautiful piece of physical comedy, underscoring his unwavering belief that he's got a guardian angel working overtime. Or maybe he just has a really good fall technique from all those times. Mike pushed him off things. The fight culminates in a truly satisfying takedown of James McGraw. Mike and Armando, a united front at last, move with a shared purpose. Their coordinated strikes, a mix of Mike's experience and Armando's brutal efficiency, leave McGraw reeling. The impact of their blows and the gasp of the cartel boss as he finally collapses is the sound of justice being served, old school Miami style. They secure the crucial evidence, the very proof that will clear Captain Howard's name. The soft clatter of a dropped flash drive or a critical ledger, almost symbolic. It's not just a victory, it's a profound moment of closure, not only for Howard's memory but for Mike and Armando's fractured relationship. The heavy breathing of Mike and Armando as they stand over their defeated foe signifies the end of their arduous journey, at least for this particular villain. They came, they saw, they kicked a whole lot of butt, and they did it for a friend, a mentor, and a father figure. That's what Bad Boys Do. With McGraw neutralized and all the evidence secured. The truth finally comes out. News channels, which had been so quick to brand Howard as corrupt, are now issuing retractions and praising him as a hero. The triumphant music swelling in the background and the cheery voice of the news anchor announcing Howard's posthumous exoneration is a powerful moment. Mike, Marcus, and Rita watch, a quiet sense of relief washing over them. The soft click of the TV remote turning off the broadcast marks the end of a long, brutal fight, but a necessary one. The weight of injustice is lifted and Howard's legacy is finally restored. It's a bittersweet victory, tinged with the sadness of what they lost, but also with the pride of what they accomplished. Marcus probably sheds a single, manly tear, while Mike offers a rare, genuine smile. Justice, true justice, sometimes takes a while and a whole lot of explosions, but eventually it finds its way. It's a testament to loyalty and fighting for what's right, even when the entire system seems rigged against you. As the Miami sun casts a golden glow over the city they fought so hard for, Mike and Marcus share a rare moment of quiet reflection. The gentle lapping of waves against the shore and the distant hum of city life provides a tranquil backdrop. They talk about Armando's future, now that he's proven himself, and the endless possibilities and probable headaches that lie ahead. Marcus, ever the deep thinker, ponders the nature of destiny and second chances, while Mike, ever the realist, probably just thinks about when he can get some sleep. The clink of their celebratory drinks is a quiet toast to their partnership, one that has withstood explosions, betrayals, and Marcus's questionable driving skills. It's a moment of calm, a brief respite before the next wave of chaos inevitably crashes into their lives. You can almost feel the unspoken promise between them, no matter what, they'll always have each other's backs. Because some bonds, forged in fire and a truly insane amount of bullet casings, are just unbreakable. And that, my friends, is the heart of the Bad Boys, always together, always causing a ruckus. And so, with Howard's name cleared, the cartel dismantled, and a slightly bruised but very much intact team, Mike and Marcus do what they do best. They drive off into the Miami sunset or, the bustling city traffic. Same difference. The purr of their classic car's engine is a familiar comfort, and their banter picks up right where it left off, full of the usual jabs and genuine affection. Marcus is probably already planning their next spiritual journey, while Mike is just trying to navigate without running over any rogue tourists. The whoosh of passing cars and the distant blare of a horn underscore that Miami is still Miami, and its most chaotic guardians are still on duty. They've faced down corruption, cartel bosses, and Marcus's recurring heart issues, and somehow, they're still standing, still laughing, and still driving into trouble. Because that's just how it is with these two. The vibration of the car, as it speeds away, promises more adventures, more explosions, and definitely more "can you believe we survived that" moments. The ride might be wild, but with Mike and Marcus, you're always guaranteed a good time. As the dust settles on another whirlwind adventure for Mike and Marcus, we're left with a powerful reminder of what makes these movies truly special: the unwavering bond between two men who are, against all odds, family. Through explosions, betrayals, and countless near-death experiences, their partnership isn't just about catching the bad guys. It's about loyalty, growth, and the surprising resilience of friendship. They've proven that even when the ride gets wild and the stakes are impossibly high, having someone by your side who truly understands you, flaws and all, makes all the difference. It's a testament to the idea that true heroes aren't just defined by their feats of strength, but by the connections they forge and the unwavering spirit they embody. And as they walk off into the Miami future, we know one thing for sure: the Bad Boys will always ride, ready for whatever chaos comes next, together.